Hey everyone, in Illustrator Part 1, we're going to be looking at document setup and workspace organization. So by the end of this video, you'll know how to create an Illustrator artboard, organize your workspace, and then save that personalized workspace. So let's get started. So when you open up Illustrator for the first time, you'll be greeted with this screen. What we're going to do is go over here to create new, change this to inches, and we're going to go with a 24 by 36 board. So 36 inches by 24 inches. We're not going to worry about bleed. We're gonna want our color mode in RGB. Raster effects we'll leave high for now, and then we'll hit create. And what that'll do is give us this 24 by 36 board. And of course, your artboard can be edited to fit whatever size you need, but in this case, we'll just go with this size. Once you open up your board for the first time, your screen will probably look something like this. What you'll want to do first is hit this button right here next to where it says Search Adobe Help in the top right. And we're going to want to choose Essentials Classic to get us started. And what that'll do is it will give us this screen here. What we want to do is kind of organize it to fit our needs. So in order to do that, we're just going to start clicking and dragging some of these icons off of the side menu. Once we've dragged all the icons off, then we're going to want to drag the windows off, as well as make sure all of these icons are opened so that they're windows instead of icons. Once we have everything open, we're going to want to close out some of the windows that we're not going to need right off the bat for a beginner's lesson. The windows that you don't need for now in Essentials Classic, I would recommend are libraries, graphic styles, color guide, and asset export. So I'm just going to close those. And then start to drag and drop these windows to the side of my screen, and then I'm going to kind of organize them into different hierarchies. I like to split them up between windows that can edit the way line work and fill appears, and then the other version of that is windows that have to do with properties and kind of how our board is organized. To start that, I'm going to take the properties window and drag it to the right side of my screen until I see this blue highlight indicating that I'm about to snap it to the right side of my screen. When I do that, you can see that it places it right here. Then I'm just going to start attaching things to it. So I'm going to take layers, artboards, symbols, and appearance for now. Then I'm going to take everything that has to do with color and the way things look and put them in the bottom so that we kind of have two different layers here. So colors, swatches, brushes, transparency, stroke, and gradient. And then I'm just going to drag this window up a little bit. And what you can see is we have kind of two folders here. The ones up top that contain properties, layers, artboard, symbols, and appearance, and the ones down here that contain more things having to do with color, swatches, brushes, transparency, and stroke. After that, we want to go to View, and we want to turn on our rulers. So go to Rulers, Show Rulers, and what that'll do is bring in rulers that we can then drag guides off of to set up the artboard later. So now that I've got my board the way I want it, I'm going to want to save this. So what we'll do is go up to the Workspace icon, New Workspace. I'm going to save this as Harrison's Workspace. And hit OK. And what that'll do is save it. So let's say we drag this off and accidentally exit out, and we don't know how to bring it back. What we can do is go up here to the Workspace icon and hit Reset Harrison's Workspace, and it'll restore it exactly to the point in which we saved it. So just keep in mind, these windows are meant to be placed as sort of just beginner tools. If you ever want more windows or want to just kind of explore what else Illustrator has to offer, we can go up here to the Windows icon, and it has a list of all the different windows and functions that Illustrator has. So let's say we want to bring up a character. It'll bring up 3 different windows associated with that, and then we can go ahead and drag and drop them within our workspace. Just keep in mind that you don't want so many windows on your screen. For example, character, if we have a typed out paragraph within our board, we can actually edit the way that looks if we open our properties window, because it gives us the option when we select it to change the character types, which means that some of these windows are sometimes kind of redundant. So we want to just have as less things on our screen as we can. All right, so that quickly wrapped up Illustrator Part 1, where we looked at document setup and workspace organization. In the next video, we're kind of going to be looking at what are the basic functions to Illustrator, meaning drawing lines, applying color and brushes to the lines, and then looking into fill and appearances. So thanks, guys. Reach out to us if you have questions.